Take. Thank you. I can see one person apart from me and absence. Is it me?
Hello, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Madam, just this is a request because the announcement was posted on 10th or 11th of August, long back. Can you repost it so that many may be join this online meeting live session? It was posted almost 10 days back, and because of that, I think most of the participants are not aware of this. If you can repost it.
Okay. Can it be
Yes.
done? The team, CT team, can this be done? Can we repost the announcement? Please. So while we wait for others to join, I can see only one name, Dr. Dharmesh. So if you have any questions or observations or anything, you can share with me if you want.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
As far as the assignments are concerned, I can see some of the difficulties. As I'm not getting the answers from the note even or from the videos itself. So will it be somewhat simple in coming sessions?
Can you share like any particular question? Then it will be easy for me to go back to the assignment and understand where the difficulty is, so that next assignment I can take care of that.
Okay, if I talk
Any
about the
particular one?
assignment,
Huh.
if I talk about the assignment 4,
Assignment
just a minute.
4. Okay. Yes, yes, go ahead, please.
Let me go to live. Just a minute.
Yes, so I have assignment 4 in front of me. You can
Yes,
tell me which one.
please. Okay, question number 6, ma'am.
Question number 6. Yeah, according to Kazin, that.
Kazin,
Uh,
which of the following best describes stage 3 of field mastery of irregular and regular verbs?
So yeah, so he talked about the use of overgeneralization pattern.
Yeah.
I hope it is. And let me just go back to the slides. Module 4. Just give me one moment. Yeah, so this is on slide number 29, where it is mentioned that in stage 3, he talks about the overgeneralization. So here we have not mentioned it as overgeneralization. We have mentioned it as ED on more regular verbs and also on irregular verbs.
Okay.
Meaning that this is getting used everywhere, because only regular verbs should take it, right? Irregular verbs should not take it. But he has found out in his study that it is actually used. And this is the third stage of development, not in the beginning.
Yeah. I have marked the
So
same because of the word both regular and irregular verbs. In the answer, it is mentioned both. I have marked the same, but it took me too much time to finalize the answer.
We tried to keep it as simple as possible, but a little bit of play on words I do, because just to check that the students have understood or not. Because if you see stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 1 is like when they're beginning. Stage 2 is when they are getting it only on regular, and then it becomes like a one size fits all kind of process. So they use it irrespective of what kind of verb it is. That is
fine.
any other
In assignment 2 or 3, I think some of the answers are repeated. Let me check it first.
Option 2, question number 6, option 2 was consistent use of ED on regular but not on irregular. And so this is not correct. Yeah, you please go ahead if there is any other question.
I was not, I'm talking about another assignment for week 3.
Assignment
in
3.
Which,
okay. 1 moment. Let me just open the assignment.
Yeah.
Week 3. Yes, module 3. Which one?
It is not there in. Okay, it is last one, question number 25, mispronunciation and misperception. Okay, fine. I read it repetition, but it is actually not repeated. Fine.
Okay.
Let me check in assignment 3.
YouTube. Okay. Let me go there.
Okay. I mean, the question number 11 of the assignment number 4.
Assignment number 4.
Question 11.
11, 9, 11, yes.
Yeah. Second and third option seems same. Children initially learn words like walked as whole, unanalyzed forms. And the third option, children initially learn words like walks as whole analysis. So I have marked the both. But it should be
Yes,
something.
you are right. This is an MSQ. This is an MSQ.
Yeah.
Yes. No, you are right. You are right. You're right. Both are correct. Both are correct. Yes.
Fine.
This that is why. So wherever there is an MSQ, meaning more than one option correct, we have this. So that is this select all that applies that we write. So that is the dead giveaway that is an MSQ.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am.
So your response is correct.
There is no other query. I like all the lectures till now. I have enjoyed a lot. I'm basically a lecturer in English, and I want to learn more about language. My specialization was linguistic details. Thank you, ma'am.
You are most welcome. I hope you will learn adequately in the rest of the modules as well. So if there is any query, you have the portal, you can always put it there. My TAs will get back to me. Sure. Otherwise, also you are free to send me an email. If you wish, you can send me an email. That is also fine.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. So in the YouTube, there is this question. This is Bala Subramanian from Chennai. Assignment 1, question 3. One moment. Assignment 1, question 3. Assignment 1, 2, 3. Which of the following statements are true? Not. Yes. Select all that apply. Yes, Mr. Bala Subramanian, you are correct. There are more than one option. This question is about C induction, assignment 1. So option A and C both are correct. So the ability to coordinate with each other and the society and culture plays an important role.
Ma'am, I was given 0 with this marking. Assignment 1, question number 3. I had tick mark on society and culture plays an important role.
Is it? Okay, I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Let me just check. Assignment 1, question number 3. Okay, I have made a note of this. I'll check this and I'll try and correct
One
it.
technical issue was that it was just in the question itself mentioned select all that applies, but the options are given for choose from.
So you
we cannot tick mark on both the answers. Yeah, one of the 4 can be applied. Whereas if you can see the question number 4, we can tick mark more than one. So the option is not available with the third one. Question number 3.
Oh, that is a
technical error.
Technical. So I'll ask the team to look into that as well.
Sure, ma'am.
Let me write it now. So technical. How many such issues have you faced so far where you cannot choose more than one option?
Almost 2 to 3 places. Right now, I don't remember, but I know that there are 2 where we can choose more than one answer, but the options don't allow us.
Okay. I'll talk to the people who are handling that.
Yeah,
we'll correct it. So if there is anyone else who has faced this, please let us know through the portal so that we have all the names as well. So that when we get to correct it, we will see if it can be reverted. Your marks can be reverted. So you just keep a note on the portal. Let us know through the portal as well. Any other issue that anyone else has faced? I had a curious question, please. Which theory can do behind 100 level? Nice question, Devraj, Akash, Akshat Devraj. Yeah, I don't believe in anything. See, we are scientists end of the day, so we don't have to believe anything. It's all data driven. As you know, linguistics is data driven. So whatever, till some time back, we thought that Neanderthals did not have language. Now we know that this is very highly probable that they did have language. So as and when whatever data we have, accordingly theories change, the outlook changes. So I am also a student of linguistics, language sciences. So I'm learning as the proof are visible. That is what I also mentioned in the beginning of the course, that there is no better way, there's no good or bad way of looking at it. It's just there. And we take both all, or let's say all the views, and we try to make sense. So with theory one supports, this kind of data, or this kind of data, this group of data supports theory one, that group supports this. That is how the courses are also organized. So I try to give you a good holistic overview about whatever is out there. But it's very difficult because this is each of the modules can be a course in themselves, and to choose which part of the theory to talk about, whose data to discuss, that's a challenge. But yeah, so there's nothing that I personally believe in. It's just we try to understand what is there. And as we speak, people are doing, interesting research, different kinds of methodologies. Each other day, we have new things in the in things that just change the paradigm altogether. For example, I haven't really talked much about him, but Professor Debroy's work has changed the way we look at language acquisition by children altogether. His nobody ever thought about it that way. So yeah, so there are stalwarts, great scholars at it. Our job is just to study, learn, and then tell people what we have learned.
Not at all.
Any question, any particular module? There were, so I had just came to know that there was some technical problem with clicking two answers. Similarly, if you have faced any issues, you can let us know. To remember anything, or if you face anything later also.
Ma'am, in assignment 3, question number question number 6.
6. Yes. Which phenomena play a foundational role?
Yeah. I had tick mark A, B, C, whereas B is correct.
B is
and D
correct,
is correct.
yes.
So I should get at least 50% marks.
Yeah. So one option is correct.
Yeah.
So
the
please
same
let
was
me know your name.
Same was given in the question number 7. That answer number B, C, and D were correct, and I had ticked only C, so I was given 0.33 score. But it is not reflected in question number 6.
Oh, it might be some technical error. Are you the same person, Balasubramanian? Who is speaking?
No, Dharmesh Patel. This is Dr. Dharmesh Patel.
Dr. Patel. Okay,
Yes,
okay. So, okay, I'll check if we can correct it.
Yeah. Question number 6.
I will assignment 3 now.
Assignment 3. Yeah, sure.
So I have noted down. I'll talk to my team if we can correct it. Wherever possible, we will correct whatever issues have been there.
Similarly, in question number 12 also, ma'am.
Question number 12 in same module.
Same module, same in assignment 3 itself.
This is also an
Correct
MSQ.
answers were- Yeah, MSQ. No, it is not MSQ. Multi choice. Yeah, MSQ. But B and C were correct. So I should get at least 50% marks or 100%.
So you have answered one correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm noting down. So question number 6 and question number 12.
Fine. As such, there is no other query, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Bala Subramanian ji.
Thank you, ma'am.
So this is right now module 5 is running, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay?
Yes,
Like, is it understandable?
Yes. Later on, put it. Later.
Also, like, even if you don't want to put the questions in the portal or something, you are always free to reach out to me in my official email ID, which is Bidisha at IITG. You're writing it down here. You can, any queries that you have, you can always reach out. Also, I have, because as I was just talking to Devraj, I think, that each of the modules would be good enough for one full course.
True.
And I found it tough to, and you might have noticed, I don't know if I have been speaking very fast, because this time our each lecture was supposed to be around 30 minutes or so. So I wanted to finish off a lot within that. So I probably have hurried through sometimes. But anyway, to compensate for the lack of time, I have given a long list of references. You can check out those as well. Many of the papers are also available online, so it shouldn't be a big problem finding them. And also the field is, of course, changing, evolving every day. Keeping that also in mind, we have tried to add latest references as a complementary to the lectures. More explanation to the slides I would like to do, but the issue is that the slides look crowded. And if the slides look crowded, it is very easy to lose interest. Because if the students need not read the slides actually, there should be just points. So that is again a difficult middle path to take. But I'll keep this in mind, Mayank. I'll try to see if there is more explanation that can be. Actually, I try to explain it as I go, as we talk, rather than putting it on the slides in order to keep the thing clean. You just look at the points and then. But yeah, nice suggestion. Thank you. Mayank, I cannot see Mayank, but thank you anyways.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm there.
Okay, hello. Yeah, I'll try. But वही है कि एक slide में it's very difficult to put too many things. The slides have worked well for me. Okay. Yes, Mayank, do you have something to say?
या मैम एक्सप्लेनेशन समझ में आ जाता है, बट जब आ जाते हैं सब कंटेंट बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाता है तो फिर थोड़ा और इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए रहता है, लाइक एग्जांपल्स में।
हाँ, वही है, तो वही बैलेंस करना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, क्योंकि उसमें अगर ज्यादा दे देंगे ना तो वी विल बी बोर्ड ऑल्सो। ना तो स्लाइस अच्छा दिखेगा, इट विल नॉट लुक नाइस, ऑल्सो इट विल नॉट लुक क्लीन। But anyway, if there is any, as I was saying, if there is any point where you think I have missed out explaining properly, you can always reach out to me. इससे पहले भी I have in mail also have explained to many students before. I have other courses also on MOOCs, so I have so there also I have explained through email also I have done that. So no issues. You are free to get in touch. Hmm? Is there any more question on achievement? Could you kindly explain what a phoneme modeling one's movement and your... So the voice onset time is something that that is fundamental to phonology, understanding phonology. So when you have voicing, before voicing starts, there is a time gap depending on the kind of sound that you are producing. So if it is pa versus ba, the VOT, it's a fancy name, but basically when the phonation starts, the voicing starts. And that based on that, the sound might sound different. I mean, you will hear them differently. And because of which artificially it is possible to create sounds that are not human, I mean, that are not phonemes. So that is the trick about VOT, and that is why it is. If you have seen those, the Pratt outputs, I think I gave some simplistic, pictorial visual for VOT. So there is this line, and then the phonation starts, and then it goes. That part is VOT. If you lengthen it or shorten it, on the basis of that, the sound will sound like a pa or a ka or a ba or whatever. And that can be, so once you have a sound, you record a sound, and then you using the machine, using any of the softwares, you can change that. I know you can, it's like something like taking the cursor this side or that side, and then you change the VOT. And accordingly, the output sound will be different. That's all. So basically, this talks about artificially manipulating the VOT to create sounds artificially. That's what it means. So where it starts and when pa starts, stops becoming a ba and pa turns into a ba, that kind of distinction is our VOT helps us understand that distinction. I'm answering Sneha here. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. I have some queries. Yeah, you're welcome, Sneha. Is there anybody else?
Can I ask a question?
Please go ahead.
My question is from morphology, and the difference between inflectional and derivational morpheme. I have understood, but not as much.
Inflection and derivation, we haven't discussed too much there because again, lack of space and time. Inflection basically is that grammatical marking that adds an it depends on language, but in Indian languages, for example, we have number, person, gender, and case marking. So these things are marked by inflection. So grammatical part, like in English, you have that go becoming with an ing, you have going. But derivation is something where you add again a morpheme, but it changes the word class. So nation becoming national is changing from noun to adjective. So that is derivation. So AL is a morpheme again, but it derives an adjective from a noun. That is why it is called derivational. Inflection doesn't change the word class. Inflection keeps it intact, but adds an added grammatical meaning. So if you want to say for first person, second person, third person, like this. So in Hindi maybe you have the jata hai versus jate hai kind of thing. So that is your inflectional morphology. Also in Hindi you have gender. In many other Indian languages you don't have the gender marking in that. In the word there is no gender marking. For example, in the Eastern Indian languages, Bangla, Assamese, and there is no gender marking. In South, I'm not very sure. I'm not very familiar with the languages, but I doubt gender will be marked. But it depends, language to language differ. Punjabi again has gender marked. In Punjabi, in fact, even the adjective and noun both take the gender. So a beautiful girl and a good look and a क्या बोलते हैं उसको? We just change the gender. So beautiful will have gender marking in Punjabi. I don't recall the words, but so adjective will also take the gender. So all of these are inflectional marking.
Can I say, like I'm German, learning German language and literature. So I think I have also noticed this thing, same thing in German language also.
Yes, they have very complicated system, right? Three-way
Yeah, exactly.
distinction. There are lots of jokes about learning German, and how are you finding it? Is it easy?
Our teacher especially was very nice to explain these topics, and that's why we haven't any problem in understanding the grammatical structure. But as of we started the learning literature, then we can fight a little bit. Yeah.
So where are you studying?
I am studying in Vadodara, Gujarat, Maharaja Sayajara University of Baroda.
Okay, MS University. It's a good and very good.
Yes, ma'am, exactly.
MS.
Have you heard about
I
that?
had many. I know the place. I used to have friends who are from MS University pass out. Yeah. So I know some people. Abhi they may not be there, but when I was a student, I used to know, which is long time back. New message. So the research papers run on child language in Indian languages. Could you please share? Yes, there are people working, but I have to check who is who currently who are working. I don't right now remember. There are some people, for example, there was a group in Mysore University who were working. Then I think Professor Karant was working, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just quickly check. I have to check if she's, but Professor Pratibha Karant was is a very big name in pathology, speech pathology and related domains. But if I'm not mistaken, she did some work on typical population as well. And otherwise, there are some, like, there is no as such a group. There might be some people, but I have to check. I'm sorry, I cannot right now remember. Child language. JNU did have some. Professor Vaishna Narang used to, some of her students did. Professor Vaishna Narang. but that was many years back. Right now, Professor Anand has retired. Do you may or may not? I'm not sure. But Professor Anand's students you were working. There was what was the name? Deepti Kumar. Deepti Kumar was one scholar who was working, but that also was few years back. I don't find any right now. Some work IFLU also does. IFLU, English and Foreign Language University, Hyderabad. May not be at, like very small children, but they do work on school going children, and after that older. So they are a good source of and papers and data.
And there is one question regarding exam. So, is it the confirmed date, 1st of November is mentioned? Or
Yeah,
there will
I
be
think
any change?
if there are some changes due to some operational reasons, because that is not in my hand actually. It is centrally that they decide. So until and unless there is some serious issue, the date will remain fixed.
Okay. One more question regarding the same. If I am unable to attend the exam, scheduled exam on 1st of November, how can I re-attempt it? Is there any chance?
I am not very sure. How are this issues tackled? Like CET team, can you please come in? I am not very sure. Huh. Okay. Yeah. So sorry about that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
This is what I want to confirm, because in our Gujarat we have Diwali vacation, so there are chances that we may be out of station and we may not be able to attend. So can we change the exam center, or up to which date we can change the center of exam? Yeah. Sure, sir.
So there is a big team actually. So separate things are tackled by separate teams.
Yeah.
So if you let us know, they will get back to you. Diwali is early this time, right?
Yeah.
Middle of
It
October.
starts from 20th or almost 16th. It will end up to 5th of November.
Oh,
So there are less chances, but suppose what will be the next option that I want to know if I miss the...
Right. So yeah, so you send your email ID, they will get back to you.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, so you have the email ID here. All queries can go there. This is the overall management is with IIT Madras. So this is the email ID of the support team.
Ma'am, I had a question. Yeah, so we know that human language is very complex in nature, and compared to other fellow living beings, we have a complex syntax and morphology in every sense. But we also know that there are animals which have simpler syntax and communication system that we have tried to decode in terms of their communications. And has there been any experiment where human babies or human infants have tried learning languages of animals?
There might be, you never know, but I'm not aware. I'm not aware. That's an interesting way of looking at it. To an extent, maybe you can see that. I mean, it's not an experimental way, but you see children who have pets at home. They often understand animals better than those who don't. So I mean, this is hypothesis that they probably understand their, because see, for example, dogs are a very common pet, dogs and cats and others. So you will see how dog owners talk about. Of course, there is an amount of Jabardasti ka human, I mean, anthropocentric way of looking at it. So we might think the dog thinks this way, the dog may not really care. But at the same time, they do have their own way of communicating, which if you notice well, you will understand. So similarly, other things as well. So if it all depends on probably on exposure, the connect, but experimentally, I'm not sure. For example, I live in a campus which is like it's biodiversity wise quite rich. So we have all kinds of things in the campus, including various kinds of birds. Now, the kids who grow up in this campus automatically are tuned to the birds and their behavior and the other kinds of animals, their behavior and so on. Behavior as in gesture, because part of the language is gesture. I haven't come across any kid who has deciphered the calls beyond what we already know, but at least they can decipher the body language. That we know. For example, we have lots and lots of monkeys on campus. And so even though other people might consider the animal, like sometimes they look quite menacing, but somebody who has been watching them closely, they know that where it becomes harmful and until what point it is, the gestures are still harmless. So that bit is, of course, commonsensical, but experimentally, if somebody is doing this, I have no idea. At least not in India. In India, we do have primatology, primate behavior is getting studied by many people. So, for example, in IIT Kanpur, there is a person called Dr. Sharika Kaul. Sharika, I think, no, Sharika, sorry, Sharika something, huh? I'm so sorry. The IIT Kanpur has a cognitive science department. She is working on primates. But again, I don't think she has, what is her name? KM Sharika or ऐसा कुछ एक है. IIT Kanpur. Sharika KM. So she is Sharika. She works on primates, primate behavior.
So the thing is, ma'am, I have a background in mathematics, and I would be pursuing mathematics in the future as well. But the thing is, I would like to explore the connection between language and how it could be related through maths, is what I'm working on right now. So that's what I wanted to know. Has there any experiments which could give any substantial evidences or facts that could be used for the research?
In India, I can say I don't know any. I don't think anybody is doing anything in India. But probably what you were talking about, language and mathematics and the modeling, mathematical modeling, that has been worked on not in India but outside. Yes, there are a lot of people. In fact, I think I have referred to some modeling work on language evolution, mathematical modeling and computational modeling. So that is where your mathematics and our and language comes together. There is a lot of there are some influential groups in I think MIT. Chomsky's group do have some people, does have some people who are looking at this. So it is a very interesting area of research, by the way, because mathematics is ultimately a kind of language. But there is a debate as far as language, as in language. You know what language is? These days, kids have a new, I mean, students, by kids, I mean students. So BTech students, they keep coining new words, na? So one of the things that they use is they reduplicate, they say it twice, like language. Language means actual language, like spoken language. And so when you use it as only just language, it can be anything. So it can also mean gesture, it can be body language, it can be animal language, like that. So language wala language jo hai, that actually has led to a lot of debate whether it is purely symbolic or whether it is also embodied. Now, the symbolic part is where mathematics comes in. So if language is purely part of symbolic cognition, the process is purely symbolic, then there is a strong parallel with mathematics. However, the opposite view is that of embodied cognition, where they say that cannot be entirely symbolic, it cannot be entirely modal. It has to be embodied, as in experience has to enrich what we mean by meaning. In fact, that is the core of a huge debate. On the one side, you have Chomsky and his groups. On the other hand, you have all the experimental psychologists and others. That if you take meaning out of language and keep only the symbolic aspect, then what remains? Why should we even speak? I mean, there is no point. So that is one. But even then, there is agreement to a certain extent that at least at some point, language is purely symbolic. But then it is hierarchically organized. The mental processes of language is hierarchically organized. So at one node, it is symbolic. At another node, it is embodied. And they are still arguing. We don't have the last word yet. So as is my practice, I will give you both the pictures and leave you there. Go figure, kind of. But it is it is actually a very lively debate even today, as we speak. You might have you read again, I forgot the names. Minsky. What is your background? Mathematics, you said, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you study?
I passed out from Delhi University, ma'am.
Okay. Marvin Minsky. Have you read his book? I often
book,
remember his book is called Society of Mind.
I have not, ma'am.
It's an interesting, I think this is what the name of the book is, Society of Minds.
Marvin Minsky.
Yeah, Marvin Minsky. It's an old book. So, but you might find it interesting. Many of these
thanks for that,
debate. You're welcome. And of course, Chomsky is there. Good old Chomsky. And so many. So once you start reading one, it will lead you to a number of other people, other great people.
Okay.
It's a huge domain of research, actually. So the manipulation of the symbol is, of course, not embodied. That part is symbolic. But understanding, so there is a thing called grounding. So we need to, when we understand, it has to be grounded in some real life experience. Otherwise, you cannot understand things. So that is where the mathematical part goes out. Again, you have the name of the person is Harnad, Stephen Harnad. His symbol grounding problem. Stephen, S-T-E, I think V-A-N.
Okay.
Something around this. You may check the actual spelling. He talked about the grounding problem. Because before the embodied cognition came in, it was primarily considered to be symbolic, completely symbolic. Mental processes are symbolic. And then came these people who said that if that is so, then how do we understand meaning? So my classroom example often is about, eating a pizza and understanding the biochemical process of digesting a pizza. So if I tell the children, like, okay, fine, you bought a pizza, this has these components. When it goes into a stomach, this happens and this is the result. Is it the same as eating the pizza? And if the person who will eat the pizza will tell me, just no, don't even talk about the processes. We don't want to know. So that is the difference between embodied cognition and symbolic cognition.
Understood.
So once you understand the processes, the other is feeling the language. It's a very interesting debate out there. And because of the embodied part of it, languages can mean different things in different places. I'm quite fond of Daniel Everett. I think I've referred to him in many of the places. His work on pirahas is very interesting. So he challenged Chomsky with his findings that it cannot be, even what was considered to be fundamental to language is not there in that language. A language in the sense of processes. Chomsky understands language in terms of operations, syntactic operations. So that language doesn't even have those operations. And he says, now here you go. But the argument between them became quite tough, actually. And they're still arguing. But this is how things go.
Got it. That's why, ma'am, I had asked the question earlier. Even though I would like to be unbiased in this terms where I wouldn't want to pick a side where how language was evolved, but my heart or my mind tells me that it wouldn't be Chomsky's way of thinking in terms of language suddenly came into existence. That's what my mind tells me to believe. Like that would be too easy or a too easy of an assumption to come into regarding that language suddenly came for human beings, not for any other beings. Like even though there are brain functions evolving over time, uh, that is where I disagree with Chomsky in terms of that area. Like language suddenly came and humans got the ability suddenly. That's what helped us become such complex creatures.
Yes, it kind of doesn't make very good sense. But this line of thought has a long history. This probably rooted in the superiority of humans in comparison to other animals. That kind of rooting. But I also don't completely, because you see, just because we don't know, we think we are better. And every day we are getting to know. For example, whales have a very, very complex communication system. We have not even started to understand.
Yes,
And second problem is, the more modern and developed we are becoming, the more distant we are getting from nature. So it's now only scientist is required to find out what the monkey is saying or what the birds are saying. there was a time when people, if not entirely, but to a large extent, people did understand. Abhi bhi you go to, it's very rare, but very, very few communities are still living to some extent in their own way, in tandem with nature. There you see, just juxtapose your knowledge with their knowledge, you will see they know a lot more. My own PhD was on Andamanese tribal languages, Great Andamanese language. And when I went for my field work, it was just after the tsunami. And I was collecting data from them. It was quite an eye-opener. Going from Delhi, so I studied in Delhi. Going from Delhi to Andaman was like a time travel. And then I was talking with these people. You won't believe they have their own language, encodes all the information with respect to the entire flora and fauna, their behavior, their concepts, their way of expressing everything. And there I realized how handicapped we are, the modern humans. I don't even know how to ask a question because you don't know what you don't know, right? The domain that you don't know, you cannot even ask questions on that. So one small question will take us to an entire domain, and then it was like groping in darkness. So today also I feel, of course, the entire credit goes to my professor, who is still working in those areas. And one of the domains that we were very curious to know was the tsunami itself, because it happened just now. It happened very fresh. And there we got to know a lot of all the vocabulary items with respect to tsunami. So they have a whole lexicon on tsunami. So how the sea behaves, how the wind behaves, how various animals will behave, and they have different words for that. So they know. They say it's like the Bushmen must have read about the Bushmen. I forgot the name of the anthropologist who first worked on them. The Bushman asks, this has become a famous quote in anthropology. The Bushman asks, can you hear the stars? And this Western white scientist, and he says, what do you mean? And the Bushman could not believe that this foreigner could not hear the stars. So you see, we have lost it. We have all lost it. I haven't come across anybody who can hear the stars, but I can safely say the people who are still living, in a codependent structure with nature, they do understand them better than we do, better than the best scientist does. So absolutely, I agree with you, Devraj, that it's quite possible that they do have a very complex communication system. It's just the proud human syndrome that we have. For example, a lot of people think that animals don't feel. I mean, how can you even think that? So that was one of the logic, right? That the logic given behind eating animals by humans. No, they don't anyway have feelings, so it's okay to kill them and eat. All kinds of things. So you can connect the whole universe with this debate. And it can, we don't know anything actually. We know nothing.
That is very correct, ma'am.
Yeah, just beginning to scratch the surface. But I have, my work has taken me to many of the indigenous communities and their life. I can safely say we know nothing compared to them. And even the animal language, animal behavior and everything, they know a lot better. They know a lot better. The life cycle, for example, in the Andamans, they know about the migration of the various kinds of animals, sea animals. I'm calling it animals because there is an animal called dugong. I don't know how many of you have heard about it. English name of it is sea cow or some weird name they have given. The animal, it is called dugong there. It looks funny also, funny in the sense it's not a fish. It's not any other kind of sea animal as well. And they would tell us the stories about when they are found in which part of the sea, all kinds of things.
Mm.
Similarly, that group in, I think they're in Indonesia, I forgot the name again. There is a group of people, a community that is, who can live underwater for long without any extra support. For generations, they have been doing this because they live in the sea. Like they almost behave like a fish. They are more comfortable in water than on land. And their physiology has also adapted accordingly. So there you go, environment changing you, your physiology. I can read up on those on that community. You have to just Google. I don't remember the name, but and they are also storehouse of information about sea creatures, their behavior, their language, their pattern, everything. All of this. So many things. The world is big. So much to know.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Sorry. Thank you so much for that, ma'am.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems like there are no other questions. No? नहीं कुछ. Yes, mathematics is formal language. True. Sriniketji, informal language. In fact, this the vagueness and ambiguity about language, that is the human language, informal language, that is a part of philosophy. Philosophy of language has a it's actually a school of thought. There was this philosophy changed from how language should be to studying language as it is. So this is called ordinary language philosophy. Ordinary language philosophy came later. Before that, it was like how language should be. And the whole idea that language is actually not very trustworthy thing to carry meaning. So if you have read Wittgenstein, you can find out all these logic. So if you, I saw something, let's say, the famous story about it. Wittgenstein was in a court case and he was a witness or something. And there the proceedings was that they were discussing the accident, some accident happened. And so there is this picture theory of language, that language simply is a mirror that reflects whatever is there out there in the world. But is it so? And then Wittgenstein himself questions it in his later publications, that no, it's not always so. So language is not what it should be. So prescriptive to, that is why you have this weird sentence structures that philosophers will create. I see a thing which is called X and nothing else is called X, which is what did this. Now that is a formal language. And informal language. Sorry.
Nothing, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, we have reached the end. So if there is no other question, we can just log out. Thank you so much for showing up. It was nice discussing. And as I said, if there is any more question, you can always reach out to me. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.